Sorry guys, my YouTube is taking a second to load up. There we go. Good morning YouTube and good morning TikTok. You're watching live with LWL Lindsay with love. Today is June 2nd, holy cow, 2025 on a Monday morning. And if you are new to me, hi, I am here to raise the frequency of the planet, and I do that by reminding you that you are an energetic being. I will teach you your energy, teach you how to speak energy, help you understand energy so you can actually release your limiting beliefs and reprogram your subconscious mind to success. So welcome. VIP Catherine is in the house. Thank you for sharing the live. VIP Catherine, VIP Deborah is in the house. Good morning, ladies. I miss you guys so freaking much. Let's go. My contacts are fuzzy. Life is good though. Life is good. You guys, there's a lot to talk about in this show, but the first thing I want to share is something quite interesting that happened to me. Good morning, Sarah on YouTube. That happened to me this last night in a dream. I have to share it with you because I'm just like, holy cow, is that real life? Did that really just happen? So in my dream last night, I was having a dream. I was talking to somebody, and we're going to get on with the show today. Actually, maybe I should start with sharing. First, we need to breathe because clearly I'm a little bit of a mess still. Just getting back into my routine. But second, the title of the show today is The Energy Behind Consistency, How Momentum Unlocks Your Next Level. And I'm super excited to talk about this today because I had a lot of changes that happened very quickly over the last 10 days, week and a half, 2 weeks, that have proven to me certain things about consistency and certain things that I think might be a little bit false or maybe like not so serious as perhaps I thought before. So I want to share all of that with you, but first let's take a deep breath in through the nose, belly nice and full, letting it go out of the mouth. Okay, let me plug my phone in, take this sweater off, it's kind of warm in here. All right, so last night I had a dream, and this is the first time this has ever happened to me. Let me know in the comments below if this has happened to you ever, where, you know, people have premonitions in dreams, right? They have a dream, something happens to somebody, they wake up the next morning to find that it came true type of vibe. And so last night I was dreaming that there was a dog like in my dreams. It was not my dog, but there was a little cute dog. And I was talking to somebody and I was like, that dog doesn't feel well. And then the dog told me I don't feel well, like right after that. And then the dog kind of started like, kind of getting ill. I don't want to be like so graphic on TikTok on a Monday morning, but you get the point, right? Literally like 10 minutes later, or maybe 20, I don't really know, I don't have any sense of time in my sleep, but I wake up and my dog is literally like kind of like dry heaving. And I'm like, holy cow, that is the weirdest thing. Has that happened to anybody before? I know it's like such a silly thing, but I was like, are my dreams starting to like, am I starting to receive premonitions in my dreams or my dream state? I don't know. It would make sense, right? Mercury, we just had a Mercury Cazimi in Gemini. And so Gemini is my 12th house. So it's very much like receiving messages in your dreams type energy. But I just thought it was so random. I was like, whoa, not random because nothing is random, right? But I would say, yes, Lindsay, good morning, VIP, Deborah. Yeah, I don't know. Harry says, what about clean energy with molten salt reactors? I have no idea. I have no idea. That's what we're talking about today, and I've actually never researched any of that, so I'm not sure, Harry. But I am down for clean energy, and I'm down for like resources for everybody for sure. Okay, so that was quite interesting. I don't know. I woke up and I was like, that was so strange. I just felt like it was so strange. But not like in a scary way or in like a bad way, just in like a, whoa. My hair is beautiful, nice day, thank you. I put it in a braid yesterday. And this is what it looks like after a braid. I actually have naturally curly hair, so anytime I do anything with it, put it up, put it in a braid, put it in a bun, it will like kind of give a little bit of some body to it. So thank you. I was like, yeah, this is nice. I woke up, I just like combed the top of it a little. I was like, go get onto your morning show, Lindsay. You have people to talk to. My mom this week was like, you talk a lot. I was like, oh, my bad. Okay, let's get on to what I really want to talk about today, which is what I discovered kind of by accident with my family and like this giant extended family vacation that was very spontaneous and like very unexpected. You really missed you so ready for today. I know I missed you guys too. I was just like, what day is it? Where am I? What is happening? So let's get into it because I did reflect this morning on everything I experienced over the last 2 weeks-ish. My partner and I left on Wednesday to go visit my family a week and a half ago, right? We drove to Michigan for the Memorial Day weekend. The goal was to see my grandma, who is 92 and can't travel. So it's like, unless I go to Michigan to see my grandma, I'm not seeing my grandma. So I go see my grandma. We have a really nice time, and then we're all like hanging out and we're having so much fun, and the time has gone so quickly that we're like, we don't want it to end. We just are having such a great time. And it felt really good because I think I shared with you guys last week that like my family, we were having a little bit of tension, and now we're all like back in action together, and it was just like felt really good for the first time in like a while, probably like 2 years almost. It was just like so weird, like something our family had never experienced. And so it was like, how do we navigate this and how do we like transcend past it? So we finally did. Good morning, VIP Lisa. Welcome to the show. Thank you for the gifts and for the heart me. I appreciate it. Good morning, VIP Jules is in the house. And so we were just really having a good time. And at the very last minute, my partner and I were like, well, come on, let's like, I was like, Mom, why don't you just drive back with us? And then what you can do is you can fly home back to my sister's house. They live near the airport. They can pick you up and you can drive the rest of the way to your home. Because my mom's home is like about 2 hours from the airport. So it's like a whole journey, right? And we get to my sister's house when we're on the way to driving back to South Carolina, and we're like, okay, and I think I shared this with you guys already, but we're all kind of sitting there and I'm like, so are you guys coming with us or what, right? Because we have a bedroom, we have a really large wide sofa my mom could sleep on. Like, are you coming with us back to South Carolina? And my sister and her husband are kind of like contemplating, and finally they say yes. So at the last minute, we're all driving down to South Carolina, and you guys, they literally just left yesterday at like 4 p.m. The whole week I got to spend with my family. It was so nice. Holy cow, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. What we're going to talk about today is what happened because I didn't do crap when it comes to what I'm meant to do every single day for my business. I just didn't work. I didn't work at all. And I was really curious to see, like, how is this actually going to play out in my life, in my business, in my mental state, in my routine being totally turned upside down, not just for like a few days, which is what I anticipated, but for an entire like 10 plus days. So we're going to dive into that, and we're going to talk about the flywheel because the flywheel is very important, especially when it comes to your business, but any goal really. Once you get the flywheel spinning, you're in a good place. Okay. So once again, the show is called The Energy Behind Consistency, How Momentum Unlocks Your Next Level. All right. And I will tell you this, I am in the next level. We talk about the next level all the time. We talk about entering into new frequencies on this show all the time. And it almost feels like I've been quantum jumping a lot lately, but this for certain is a new level. And I know it's a new level because I didn't do anything, but I still saw growth. I didn't do anything and I still got sales. I didn't do anything, literally anything. And it's like everything was still working in my favor. So let's talk about it. So the flywheel will continue to spin once it starts to spin, and you can do nothing. You can do nothing. But in order to get it to spin, you have got to be consistent. Okay? So think about it like this, from a very tangible perspective. You're somebody who wants to do some body recomposition. You want to change your body, your physique. And so you start lifting muscles, you start lifting weights, running, jogging, squatting, whatever you're doing, however you want to shape your body. And you get to a point where your body is what you want it to be. Oh, I love these little headphones. Okay, that was a Paris Hilton vibe first. DJ Paris Hilton in the house. But I wanted I chose those headphones today because I was like, this will be like when I am interviewing people. I don't have headphones like that, but maybe I'll get some. I don't know. Thank you for that, VIP Jules. How cute. I wanted to see those headphones. VIP Catherine says, vacay needed. VIP Deborah says, well, that sounds very familiar to me this last week, but yet I still got things done. Yeah, we're going to talk about the collective energy as well because I thought that was super interesting. Okay, so let's keep going. So I knew why you picked it, VIP Jules says. There's intention behind everything I do. Except for the fact of the spontaneous vacation, which there was no intention behind that. And I was like, okay, how is this actually going to play out? But I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. So in business, let's talk. Okay, so you're lifting the weights. Sorry, let's get back to my example. You're lifting the weights, and then your body is where you want it to be. And then typically what they say is, well, what are you doing to maintain? Right? So up until the point where your body was where you wanted it to be, you were consistent. Every day in the gym, every day focusing on your diet, every day focusing on maybe what you were consuming mentally, spiritually, meditating perhaps, all the things, right? consistent daily activity. Then you got to the body. Now, this doesn't mean that everything stops. Everything did almost stop for me this week, which was not my intention and was not something that I would ever plan to do again. But for the most part, everything did stop for me, which I'll talk about and how I'm going to adjust that later. So you get to the maintaining part, which means I'm not necessarily stopping everything I'm doing, but I'm not necessarily so hard in the paint, focused in every single day, must go to the gym for 2 hours a day. Maybe you're going to the gym and you're only doing 20 minutes on the treadmill, right? Or maybe you're doing like a couple of sets instead of 5 or 6 sets. So it's like once it starts to spin, you're kind of in good standing, right? So if you look at me from like a business perspective, in business it says and I took this from Google, by the way. It says in business, a flywheel refers to a self-reinforcing cycle where small, consistent, thank you for the headphones, VIP Deborah, where small, consistent actions build momentum over time, leading to significant and sustained growth. It's like a heavy wheel that takes effort to start spinning, so daily consistent effort, but once it's moving, it requires less effort to keep turning and it builds considerable momentum. So I know for certain that my flywheel is spinning because I barely did anything. I think I posted like 3 TikToks for like over 6 days, you guys. Like I wasn't doing anything. And I was checking Discord, I was jumping in with my community where they needed me. I sent, I think, an email or 2, if that, but I wasn't really doing much of anything. Yet I was still seeing new followers on TikTok. Money was still coming to me, okay? So when I think about consistency and you hear all these motivational speakers talking about consistency and you've got to do it every day and you've got to do it every day, yes, true. However, I didn't do it every day and things were still working in my favor. So I think there's like different sections of like when the flywheel starts to spin versus before it starts to spin. So if you're somebody where it's before it's starting to spin, which I know what that feels like, I was there just days ago, right? If you're somebody like that, keep going, keep staying consistent, that one action every single day. Once it starts to spin, you can kind of step back. Now, the interesting part of all this is I would have had no idea. I would have had no idea that my flywheel is spinning the way it is if I hadn't totally stepped back, right? So the interesting part of the experiment or the experience that has turned into an experiment now in my life is that I was writing out in my journal, like I would like to work 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours a week, a morning, a day, right? 2 to 3 hours a day sounds nice to me, like do a couple videos, do some emails, call it a day, let the money flow in, help people in the meantime, jump in and out of my Discord to make sure my community members are feeling really good inside of the Cosmic Collective. That's like always been my goal. I don't want to work 8 hours a day. I don't want to sit in front of all these screens 8 hours a day. That's crazy talk, right? So had I never just taken that full complete step back with my family here and prioritizing my family versus prioritizing my business, I would have never known that I've actually transcended into that frequency that I've been scripting out about my life, which is I don't have to work 8 hours a day. I get to work only 3 to 4 hours every single day, to 2 to 3 hours a day. Maybe it becomes 1 hour a day. I don't know. Let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. So I thought that was quite an experience because now I for sure know I am in a new frequency. But now the experiment really starts, which is, Lindsay, set up your routine, your morning routine exactly how you desire it to be. Set up your work routine exactly how you desire it to be. Set up the rest of your day exactly how you desire it to be and maintain the frequency. Now I have to hold the frequency, right? So the new experiment becomes not completely stepping away from my business, not posting on TikTok once a day simply because I'm kind of shifted focus to my family. The experiment now becomes do these tasks every day, boom, 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 maybe 1, 2, 3 tasks. It should take maybe 2 hours at most, 3 hours at most, depending on what I'm doing. And then step away, completely step away. And by step away, I mean, okay, go get your steps in, go, do your meditation, all the things I'm already doing, but it just seems like the day is very long. Like I'm working more than I desire to. Instead of working, I'm reading a new book. Instead of working, I'm laying out at the pool, enjoying the sunshine, right? Whatever it is I desire for that day, I'm going to get a coffee and spending time at a coffee shop and just like vibing out, whatever, right? So that is the newest experiment. But what I would ask of you with this conversation is there something that you haven't stepped out of because you're like, maybe not there yet. You don't feel real ready. You feel maybe like there's a little bit of fear. If I do step away, will everything stop? Will the momentum stop? And if you think you're kind of on that cusp, like I kind of knew I was like on the cusp, like things are moving and grooving nicely inside of my business, inside the Cosmic Collective, like things are moving and grooving nicely. But if I step away, what's going to happen? And maybe you need to experiment and just do it 1 day, 2 days and see what happens. Because I would have never, ever known that it was time for me to switch into that frequency and enter into that new version of myself had I not kind of been almost forced into it. And not forced into it because I have free will and I make my own choices. And I very much chose to be with my family, be very present with my family, because I don't get to see them that often. We live across the country from each other, right? So I would ask you, like, experiment with your life. Let me know what you guys find out. Let's see. Good morning, Dreamo. Welcome to the show. VIP, Lisa says, the universe reflects back to you all the learnings you need if we choose to see them. Amen to that. You've got that. We've got a flash goal. Let's do it. Let's see. All right, you guys. 7 gifters, please send a rose in the next 15 minutes. We can do that. That one's easy. That one's easy peasy. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, VIP Jules. Thank you. Actually, VIP Lisa, sorry. Thank you, VIP Deborah. So I'm looking at, I think it only works one time, VIP Jules. Thank you for both roses, but it's like one rose per person. Okay, so then I thought back to like what was actually happening while I was with my family, from my thoughts, my speech, my emotions, and my actions, right? Because, oh, my finger slipped. I'll take the extra rose, VIP Jules, just letting you know though, so people aren't like blasting it and then like wondering why we're not hitting our goal. Because we know our thoughts, our speech, our emotions, and our actions in alignment, right? In alignment is how we manifest. It's how we manifest. So I thought to myself, okay, I entered a new frequency. So now I have to kind of figure out like, what did I do? I'm reflecting back now over this past 10 days. What was I thinking? What was I talking about, feeling, whatever, doing, right? So from a thoughts perspective, like I actually thought I would feel more guiltier or more like anxious to do some work while my family was here, but that was like the total opposite case. I did not feel bad at all. I was like, I clearly needed like this time off. I clearly needed to unplug for a little bit and disconnect. Did I miss everybody? Yeah, I felt disconnected in a strange way, even though like I was inside the collective, even though I was sort of on TikTok, but I still felt like disconnected because I was out of my routine. But I assumed everything was gonna be okay. I didn't feel guilty. I didn't feel shame. I thought to myself, what a world we would live in if I would have to feel guilty or shame or any of those other strange vibrations because I chose to spend time with my family. And if you're a Cosmic Collective member, you know this because I've already shared this with you, but I had to make a really strong, like, conscious decision about this, which was, do I continue to show up every single day on lives and do all the things and forego the time with my family, even though it's an hour? And I was very upfront with you guys inside the collective, and I said, look, like, as a leader, you're going to have to make these decisions in your life. But I do believe everyone can have anything they want. And for me, everything means a successful business. It means healthy, loving relationships with my family and my friends. It means my health. It means riches. It means success. It means happiness and joy and all those things. So if you can have all of those things, sometimes one is going to take priority over the other. I think to myself, I've been here in the South by myself with my partner for almost 2 years, focused on my business. So I'm pretty sure the world will not stop turning, especially Lindsay's world will not stop turning if I shift focus for 5 or 6 days to my family. And that's what I chose to do. And I'm really grateful I did. So my thoughts were like, things are good, I'm having a good time. My speech, I was excited because I would open my TikTok just to check in every once in a while, like check for comments, just check to see about the growth I was experiencing. And I saw growth. Now, it's not nearly as much growth as I would have seen had I been posting every day. I will admit that because I totally believe that. I totally believe that had I been posting every day, I would be at a higher following. But at the end of the day, I missed like a few days. Like, do I really care that much? I know the growth is growth, right? I saw growth, so I was excited actually. I was like, oh, this is exciting. Like, this is proof to me that things are working out, right? I was happy. From an emotional perspective, I was happy. I was really enjoying spending time with my family. My little nephew just turned 3 on Friday. So you can imagine, and he talks in complete sentences. He is so smart. he says some crazy things, but it's in like the right context as well. And so it's just like really amazing to watch him and just kind of like observe and hang out with him. So that was a lot of fun. And then from my action perspective, yeah, I made some TikTok videos here and there. It was really challenging because we were driving a lot. And if we weren't driving, there was like a lot of noise. I was with my family. There was no place to just set up really quickly and film. Could I have? Yeah, probably. Did I want to? No. So I didn't. I just didn't. So the next goal is to work until 1 p.m. each day in this lifetime now. Current Lindsay, work until like 1 or 2. I put 1, 2 might be more appropriate right now. I usually work until 5 or 6 every night. Okay, so my partner is a 9-to-5 guy still. He's working for a corporation. So I'm home by myself. So I'm like, well, I might as well just keep working. But if I want to be the girl who works 2 to 3 to 4 hours every day and that's it, and then does what she wants, then I need to be that girl. I need to start today so that that experience happens for me, right? So that's happening. And then, and I kind of just wrote down like a list of little daily tasks that I would do from a work perspective. Make 2 TikToks. Okay, making a TikTok takes like, depending on how long it is, anywhere from like 10 minutes to like 5 seconds, right? So that's easy. Write an email, film for YouTube. Boom, boom, boom. Those are my tasks. That's it. So once again, sometimes you don't know you're in a new frequency until you test out that new frequency and really just be it, do it, become it. And that's actually how you do change your reality anyway. So I would suggest for those of you that are kind of like in that zone where you're like, I've been doing all the things, I've been consistent for quite some time, can I switch up my routine? And when you switch up your routine also too, energetically speaking, you're bounced out of a frequency. I was doing the same routine for a long time, many months. Probably from like November when I went to see my family last. Did I travel in March? I traveled to LA for a few days in March, but for about 6 months straight, I was doing the same routine almost every day. And then going to my family for the Memorial Day weekend, I bounced out of that routine. And then them coming here kept me out of that routine long enough where now I've created a new one, which is the new frequency, right? So energetically speaking, you can build momentum. And then once you build that momentum, the flywheel is spinning. And then you can switch the routine and take less effort to do things, right? Less human effort, but still expand exponentially, which is super exciting. The other thing that I found quite interesting as well is the power of the cosmic collective. So interestingly enough, when I was feeling very like, holy cow, like my family, like I'm in a whirlwind, I'm in a tornado of like family, kid, extra, we went from 2 humans and a little dog in this house, in this apartment, to 5 adult humans, 1 toddler human, and another dog. So it was just like, whoa, like I felt like I was in a crazy tornado whirlwind of fun. And fun mixed in with a little bit of chaos, mixed in with a lot of flow state. And what I noticed is people inside the cosmic collective kind of were mirroring my energy almost. Like I just feel like I can't do something. That's how I was feeling too. I felt like I can't even will myself to like make a TikTok. I can't even will myself to log onto my computer. I'm just like enjoying my life with my family. And I found that interesting. The power of the collective was really strong as well. So hopefully you guys, I'm back in action. So I hope that you guys find yourselves back in action. I was back in action last night a little bit, but I will say that I feel very rested today and I'm like ready to kind of get back into my groove of things, my new groove of things. I will also say that Cosmic Collective members that are here and listening, you guys know we just finished month 3 of our 6-month transformation. So I think a lot of you are feeling like a little bit of like fatigue around that, which is okay, right? For the last 3 months, you've been laser focused in on something. 3 months. Most people can't even watch a 1-minute TikTok video, okay? They can't even watch the whole thing through, 1 minute. You've been focused for 3 months. So for you guys that are listening and hanging out and transforming with me, kudos to you. We all needed that little rest, but now we're back in action today, right? So what to take from all this? I would say if you're in a zone in your life where you're just starting a transformation, stay consistent, give yourself 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, get it done, stay consistent, and then step away, see what has happened, see what has transformed and changed, and then see if you can tweak your routine because your flywheel is spinning. VIP Jules says, I was just thinking about my update last night. This month has been quite a bit more quiet for me, for sure. Yeah. I thought to myself, like, wow, when I first started this transformation, I had certain things I thought for sure were going to happen. It has taken so many twists and turns, which is beautiful. It reminds you that your life and your goals are not linear by any means, right? And where I'm landing now, 3 months in a whole new frequency, in a frequency where I know that I can step away and not be so engrossed into my computer and this desk and this room every day, all day, is very exciting. So you can absolutely change your life in 3 months. You can change it probably in 30 days, or at least get the momentum going for, the rest of the, to get the flywheel spinning. So what do you guys think? Have you ever had an experience that has pushed you so far out of your routine that you go back into like your old routine, but you're a whole new version of yourself? That's basically what just happened for me. And I don't necessarily say it would be quantum jumping. I don't think I necessarily did any sort of quantum jumping. But what I do think happened is I have an awareness that says, oh, this has been the person you've been trying to become, and now you are her, but you would have never known you were already her. You would have never stepped into this timeline had you not experienced the disruption in your routine. So on one hand, consistency is very important, specifically when it comes to reprogramming the subconscious mind, when it comes to getting the flywheel spinning. But do I agree that you need to be like crazy focused, consistent, all day, every day, once the flywheel spins? No, that's the whole point of the flywheel. It's like, do the 3 tasks that are really working for you, that are moving you along in whatever thing you're doing, and then the rest of the time you get to chill out. And by the way, the chilling out, the calming of the nervous system propels the manifestation, and that's how it starts to move even faster. So it's really beautiful, energetically speaking, how it works. And I'm really excited to share with you that I've experienced it, because now that I really have experienced it, it's integrated into my being, and now I can teach it to you even more and help you understand when you're at that kind of cusp or that brink of stepping out, stepping away to kind of step into that newer version. So are you guys okay on a Monday morning? Everything is quiet, but I've just been talking nonstop for like 30 minutes straight, but it's because I missed you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'm very excited. Today, my guess is that I will probably work most of the day because I still need to film 8 horoscope videos for YouTube. That's okay, right? That is okay. I'm going to film TikTok and I'm going to film YouTube, and as far as done as I get is what I get done. I'm going to put them out to the universe. It's good it's going to be how it is. Let's go. VIP Jewel says, had a complete detox weekend. Whoa. VIP Mel says, yeah, I'm going detox starting today too. I'm like, because I got so thrown off my routine, like we were dining out a lot, which I typically do, but like just out and about, eating at weird times, like everything has been thrown off from me. So it's actually a nice reset when that happens. It can get me back into my routine in a better way. Iwan, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. All right, so thoughts, feelings, questions about this or anything else, right? About this or anything else. I think the biggest takeaway, consistency is important. Get the flywheel spinning. Once it spins, stay consistent, but it doesn't have to be so like, if I don't do this, I'm going to be like sabotaging myself. If I don't do this, my momentum stops. Is it going to go a little bit slower? Maybe, right? That would make sense, but it doesn't mean everything just stops. And I think that's the biggest takeaway. Mel L, what did you do for your detox weekend? I'd love to know. My sister and her partner, my brother-in-law, her husband, had me on detox, some like salt and lemon water in the morning now, which is exciting. I don't know, it's like for inflammation and just keeping the body nice and regulated. VIP Jewel says to VIP Catherine, my dreams were wacky all weekend. Yeah, I had crazy dreams all weekend. I've been having really strange dreams. I missed VIP Catherine's comment. Oh, I don't see it. Huh, weird. What else, you guys? What else? Energy detox. Oh, deep breathing, lots of rest. Oh, I love that, VIP Mellow. Yeah. I mean, my partner and I like looked at each other last night. We were like, what just happened? We're so, oh, it was at the beginning of the show, VIP Jewel says. Okay, got it. We're so used to just like such a quiet routine, just very like chill vibes. And to add a 3-year-old to the mix, oh my gosh, it was just like, woo! But he's a fun little boy and he's happy and he's very easy to manage. So that was really nice. And yeah. But I will say I'm glad to have my space back, mostly because it was very challenging for me otherwise. Like, I was working at my kitchen table, I was working, you guys saw last week, a couple of days in my bedroom, which was tricky. So VIP Catherine says to VIP Jules, yes, my sleep was off last night. Since we feel energy a lot, it's intense with the flares. Yeah. Cosmic Collective members, I will be posting the lesson today inside of Discord for June, inside of Teachable for June. And let me look at my calendar because I think we've got some stuff coming up. I want to make sure we talk about that. And then we're going to get on to manifesting because, oh, why not? It's time. Holy cow, you guys. We have a spiritual chat. We have a spiritual chat this Friday at 10 a.m. Cosmic Collective members. I'll be sending an email out today with all the information, but this Friday at 10 a.m. And then Manifesting Club members, next Wednesday, we have a full moon Manifestation Club meeting at 10 a.m. I'll be sending emails for everybody, reminder emails. But let's get our journals out. Let's meditate. Let's manifest and then get on the energetic wave together. VIP Jewel says, I have to post a Discord about one of them. I think it might have deeper meaning. Yeah, all dreams have meaning, right? All dreams have meaning. It's the way the subconscious mind works with us. But sometimes figuring out what the meaning is a tricky part. It's a tricky part. All right, get your journals out. We're going to manifest together. For those of you that are new here or enjoyed the show, you can click up here and click follow. I go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm also looking for people that are interested in sharing any of their spiritual stories or experiences, from your awakening to your Kundalini rising to some synchronicity that you follow that turned your whole life upside down, to, I don't know, UFO sightings, to literally anything that you're interested in sharing, to things about how you've reprogrammed your brain. I'm looking for people that want to be interviewed about that. We'll be interviewing live on Zoom. I'll be posting it to my YouTube channel and, of course, to clips of it to my TikTok. And yeah, I'm excited for that. So please email me, Lindsay at lindsaywithlove.com, if you're interested in doing that. All right, let's go. Step 1, this is Dr. James Doty. He says this is how you manifest. He's a neurosurgeon who's proven that our bodies do leave the sympathetic nervous system and enter into the parasympathetic nervous system while we're in manifestation mode, which means we leave the fear state and we enter into the love and faith state in order to create our reality. Step 1, he says, write down what it is you desire. I say add in your 5 senses as best you can, because on step 4, we're going to visualize and act out a scene together. And when you know what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're smelling, what you're tasting or touching, when you go to act out the scene, it's going to be very easy for you to be in that scene quite quickly. All right, so step 1, I'll read out what I am writing so you guys can understand. I vividly see. So I start off seeing with my eyes. What am I seeing? I vividly see myself. Actually, I should say something like, I vividly see the person I'm interviewing, right? Because I'm looking at them. And I hear myself, now I'm hearing, what are you hearing? Myself having an empowered, interesting, and transformational conversation and I feel, now I feel, what do you feel? I feel so proud and fulfilled. That I'm helping so many people heal and manifest their best lives. So when you're manifesting, it's better when you put anything out to the universe. Think about us as antennas, right? We are giving out a signal and we're receiving one back. We give a breath, we receive a breath. We're constantly in giving and receiving mode. And so the really powerful part when you're manifesting is to step into a balanced mode. So I'm giving value out on my TikTok page for free. I receive followers in. I'm giving knowledge and information around the astrological transits. I receive followers, comments, and money in. I'm giving knowledge, blah, 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 on my YouTube, and I receive subscribers in, right? So walking the path of service to others is really about giving of your knowledge and your energy and your love and your compassion and all those high vibrational things. And because you're doing that, you're easily receiving what it is you desire in. Okay, so many people. All right, so step 2 and step 3 is to read it silently and then read it out loud. So go ahead and do that now. You guys, I just feel like so like still just like, holy cow, what actually happened? What actually just happened? I went from like knowing that I was going to be on a little road trip to having like a full-on vacation that I didn't expect, which was nice. I can't complain about that. All right, step 4, Dr. James Doty says, is visualize. He just says visualize. And I say, why don't we act out the scene? So when you're acting out a scene, you're moving your body. Maybe you're talking to somebody. Maybe you're telling somebody good news. Maybe actually happen as you're living your best life. I know, right? I am living my best life. That's so true. So you're not watching a movie. I think a lot of people think visualizing is like you're watching a movie and they have a hard time like seeing the movie. You're not doing that. You're actually in the scene. You are the lead actor, actress. You're the star of the show, right? It is your own life. And the universe does in fact revolve around you and your life. Even if your mom told you that it didn't, I will tell you that it does. So let's tap in. Let's get our hand chakras going. We're going to put our hands on our heart. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to breathe into the heart chakra, giving or receiving a breath. And on the exhale, we're visualizing the breath going through the heart chakra. We're giving a breath away. We're going to inhale, receive a breath through the heart chakra. Open the heart chakra, big, 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 wide, wide, wide. Touch the central sun. And on the exhale, we bring the energy of the central sun to our heart space and allow all of the little dust bunnies out of our heart space as we exhale. Now you're giving away little dust bunnies to the universe because the universe will recycle your energy and put it back into a high vibrational state. But you're also giving perhaps love, compassion, understanding, whatever it is you'd like to give. Breathing one more time into the heart chakra. Opening it up, big, 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 wide, wide, wide. Touch the central sun, and on the exhale, the energy of the central sun enters into your heart space, pushing out any lower vibrational energies from your body and your aura, letting them float away. Bringing your awareness and your attention now to the back of the heart chakra, kind of between the shoulder blades. Breathing into the back of the heart chakra through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Breathing in and receiving, opening up the heart chakra, big, 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 wide, wide, wide. And on the exhale, giving back. One more deep breath into the back of the heart chakra. And letting it go. And now it is time to act out a scene. So pick your scene. What is it for you? Move your body. Get up. Stand up if you need to. Moving the body is part of manifesting, the action part of. So make sure that you're actually doing something different with your body. That's all you have to do. I basically pretended that I was talking to a new somebody I was interviewing, put my headphones on. I was like, 3, 2, 1, we're on the air. I was like, hi, it's so nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, really? Like, I'm kind of going through like things they were telling me. I said, thank you so much for being with me. And then I went back to my computer and I was pretending to do some editing and some clipping out to post on my TikTok. That's all you have to do. It doesn't have to be something super elaborate. It just needs to be you doing it, acting out the scene, really congratulating yourself, going for it, moving the body a little bit. All right, let's get on the energetic wave, you guys. Discord, Cosmic Collective members, I will be inside Discord today. I'll be also posting, people that are watching on TikTok, I'll be posting June horoscopes for the rest of the signs throughout the day. I will do my best to post as many horoscopes as I can get done on YouTube today, and the rest will just have to be tomorrow. And I will do my best to stick to my 1 p.m. cutoff time. It's probably going to be 2 p.m. Maybe I'll just work all day today, just start the day. No, I can't. It's going to have to be 2 p.m. probably today, and I'll get as much done as I can, so I can stay in the new frequency, right? All right, so closing the eyes, deep breath in through the nose, belly nice and full. Letting it go to the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Letting it go. One more deep breath in. And letting it go. Placing one hand on your solar plexus, one hand on your heart space. Perhaps thinking about a new frequency that you might be in, but you just don't know because you haven't tried. And if that's the case, maybe today is the day that you try. Maybe you change up your entire routine to see if it actually sticks and how it feels and what happens because of it. Maybe you try it for the rest of the week to see what happens and report back to me and let me know, are you in a new frequency or not? I am, and if you're inside of the Cosmic Collective, it likely means you are too, because we are so strongly connected inside of that community. Repeating these words out loud if you can, and only silently if you must, because the words that you speak have serious power. So say them with conviction from your solar plexus chakra and love and intention from your heart space. I am strong, and I can do this. Smiling big and showing me your teethers. I freaking did it. Why? Because I knew I could do it. I am strong, and I created this reality. Smiling big and showing me your teethers. And why did I do it? Because I am worthy and deserving of it. And you take this thought, this feeling, this vision, this idea, whatever it is you are creating, and you breathe it up the chakra system, giving it to God, Source, Universe, Creator, out of the crown. Big, 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 wide, wide, wide. Expand your vision, expand the feeling, the focus, the idea. Touch a central sun. And on the exhale, you bring it down the chakra system, down, down, down. You're trusting, you're knowing, you're doing. You're trusting, you're knowing, you're doing. And you cement it into the root at the base of the spine, circling it in a clockwise motion. Good. One more time, I'm doing it with you, breathing in. Big, 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 wide, wide, wide. Touch the central sun. Hold the feeling. And on the exhale, you bring the vision down. You bring it down. You're trusting, you're knowing. You're trusting, you're knowing. Letting it sink through the chakra system. Bringing it down to earth, to your root. Cementing it in a clockwise fashion. One more time. I am strong. And I created this reality. Smiling big and showing me your teethers. And why did I do it? Because I, say your first name, Lindsay, am worthy and deserving of it. Woo, that was a good one. You are on the energetic wave, my friends. I hope you have an amazing day. I will see all of you, probably all of you that are here inside of the Cosmic Collective on Discord, and I will see the rest of you on my TikTok today. I'll be posting all the June horoscopes. I'll be posting extended horoscopes on YouTube at I'm Lindsay with Love, so check those out throughout this week. And thank you, VIP Mel for the heart. Have a great day, VIP Deborah. Have a great day. You're welcome, Sarah on YouTube. Have a great day. I will see you guys all back here tomorrow. Bye. Goodbye to my YouTuber.